The octopus. Mysterious, brooding, complex, equal parts fascinating and misunderstood. It serves a crucial ecological role as a sub-apex predator, consuming everything that fits through its beaked orifice. Suction cup-studded appendages convey a sense of complete control. Intensely independent, the octopus commands respect. I'm Austin from Crypto Pitches. Welcome back to another episode. Be sure to join the Crypto Pitches Discord for access to alpha and private deal flows. This is not financial advice. Today, I bring you an octopus. Located in the depths of the Arbitrum ecosystem, its name is PlutusDAO. PlutusDAO bills itself as a Layer 2 governance black hole, meaning it intends to attract and consume as much voting power as possible. For example, remember my video on DopeX? DopeX has a governance token, DPX, and Plutus aims to control that governance token. But obviously, people aren't just going to throw their tokens at an octopus. No, and Plutus realizes this, so they've created an incentive. In exchange for their DPX tokens, users receive a token called PLS DPX, or Plutus DopeX. Each PLS DPX token represents a single 4-year max lock DPX token, one VEDPX. Users can then stake their PLS DPX for even more yield than they would have received had they locked it as DPX on the DopeX platform. All right, I'll chill. You're probably feeling overwhelmed. Don't worry, it's a lot of jargon, you're not stupid, and eventually it will all click and become second nature. Time for a lesson. Starting on the left page, DopeX is an options platform on Arbitrum. You know this from my other video. DPX is the native governance token for DopeX. VEDPX is Vote Escrow DPX. One DPX that's been max locked for 4 years is equal to one VEDPX. Locking one DPX for less than 4 years returns under one VEDPX. It scales. Simply think of VEDPX as a vote. Now the right page. PlutusDAO, our primary topic today, is a governance black hole on Arbitrum. PLS is the native governance token for PlutusDAO. PLS DPX is a token created by PlutusDAO. When a user converts their DPX token on the PlutusDAO UI, that token is locked for 4 years on DopeX, and the user receives the stakeable PLS DPX token in exchange. It's worth noting that this conversion is irreversible, though there is a liquidity pool to exchange between DPX and PLS DPX, and in theory, it should maintain a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, back to you making money. PLS DPX earns 90% of the yield advertised on DopeX, so roughly 28.5% of the advertised yield on Plutus comes in the form of DPX, while the other 15.5% comes in the form of PLS and other tokens. Big K, a PlutusDAO team member, points out that PLS DPX stakers on Plutus are earning more DPX than VEDPX stakers on DopeX. You can see the full yield breakdown in the flowchart under his comment. The incentives are an intricate design that I'm slightly glossing over for the sake of brevity. Ideally, you should parse through the PlutusDAO documentation to unravel the nuance for yourself. This is a mouth-watering offer, though. Users get an unlocked, liquid form of DPX, and they receive more yield. No brainer. There's evidence that this strategy works, too. The Ethereum liquidity protocol Curve emits its own governance token, CRV. Another protocol, called Convex, was designed to attract and consume as many CRV tokens as possible. Users exchange their CRV for CVX CRV, a liquid version of Curve that earns more, yada yada yada. You understand because it's the same structure that Plutus employs to black hole DPX tokens. Convex is wildly successful and currently controls nearly 50% of VECRV. Basically, they have half the say in any votable measure. As Curve and Convex gained market share, this voting power became extremely valuable. Protocols and projects, old and new, demand liquidity to survive. Curve became the dominant source for liquidity, and Convex became the voice. Projects would bribe CVX token holders with cash equivalents and other tokens to point this liquidity and its CRV emissions in their direction. Everyone wins. The Curve protocol collects fees on usage and swaps. The CVX protocol earns fees from the bribes. The CVX CRV token holders remain liquid and earn more yield than they otherwise would have. Vote-locked Convex holders earn bribes, and projects get the liquidity they need to survive. At this point, it's a proven, profitable, and necessary model in the ecosystem. Austin? Yeah, you already showed us this picture. I did, but did you get the picture? It's an octopus, multiple arms, that is, room for more than one project. You see, Plutus DAO is like Convex, on steroids. I've only explained the case for the accumulation of DopeX governance tokens. That is, I've only drawn this comparison. Convex controls Curve like Plutus controls DopeX, but Plutus is also accumulating governance tokens for Jones DAO. And they recently announced a vault for GLP, a product from GMX. The team has made it clear that they don't plan on stopping, and theoretically, there is room for any and all governance tokens in the Plutus DAO black hole. In the famous words of Walter White, Plutus DAO is in the empire business. That's the pitch. Plutus DAO is Convex, on Arbitrum, the king of Layer 2s, with broader exposure to more assets. It's the first mover with multiple working products, and it sits at a market cap of 5 million or 50 million fully diluted. Convex sits at 350 million or 500 million fully diluted. Remember though, Convex only controls Curve. Plutus aims to control many protocols, and I wager that Plutus is undervalued based on that context alone, perhaps by a significant amount. Convex's potential is capped by design. The potential for Plutus has no cap. No cap. While many talk about decentralized finance Legos, few talk about the Lego structure made up of many other Legos. That is Plutus DAO. It's the DeFi primitive housing complex. It's a blanket bet on the abstract of governance itself. So if you buy into the thesis that decentralized governance protocols are valuable and that Plutus DAO is competent in their aim of controlling many such protocols, then you should be leaping at this opportunity. Each PLS token represents a share of the governance Plutus DAO controls. Oh yeah, and of course, like Convex, eventually there will be bribes. So show us the money, boy! If you're watching this, chances are you think Ethereum is a winner, and you're likely starting to understand the importance and magnitude of Arbitrum. Do you think the Curve Convex paradigm has proven itself? What would you value a black hole for any worthwhile governance token on Arbitrum? More importantly, how would others value the access to that voting power? Would people pay for the votes? Would other people pay more? In the Curve Convex run-up, who made the most money? What's the equivalent for the context here? Those are the questions I leave you with. Take care, Austin. Crypto